guys, this is Diana from Ghoulish Bunny Studios, and I wanted to share with you something very important that I've been going through, and it is kind of a style transition, going from kind of the creepy cute style that I've been doing to the more pen and ink, darker macabre style, and I've been enjoying it very much, and I wanted to explain to you a little bit about that, how that came about, why I decided to do it. While I'm explaining everything to you, I'm going to show you a time-lapse video of a newest pen and ink drawing that I've been working on. It's called Bird Girl, and I really hope you enjoy it and enjoy everything I'm saying. So thank you very much, and let's get to it. So I've been doing my digital color paintings for a long time, and while I have enjoyed it, I've noticed that it's not bringing me as much joy and excitement as it used to. And while I was working on these digital paintings, I also did pen and ink art. If you've seen me around, you've also seen that my husband and I work on a anthology horror series called The Ghoulish Grimoire, and it's all in black and white, and that's where I include a lot of my pen and ink illustrations. And while I was working on those and I enjoyed doing those, they weren't really part of my, primary body of work. They were just for the book. However, last year I decided to take some of those drawings and turn them into prints to see how well they do. Honestly, I was a little hesitant to do it because I wasn't sure how it was going to be received. It was black and white art. I thought people wanted color. But then I thought, what the hell, let's try it out. And you know what? It went well. It went better than I expected. People really received it well, and our fans did too. Some of our fans, of course, still preferred the color, and that's fine, but we had a lot of new people come around to see, like, hey, what is this? So it really, I was really excited to see that the pen and ink work, is being well received. So I decided, okay, let's start making more of those into prints. And so that's where I was started to do last year, is we were combining the black and white art with the color art, and we were displaying all of them together, and they were selling. The color stuff was selling, but also the black and white stuff was selling. And in some cases, I've noticed that a lot of people preferred the black and white stuff. So I was like, great, okay, let's do more of that. I got to a point where I realized, and just this, at the end of this, at the end of last year, Sean and I, we sat down and we got to talking, and I was like, you know what? I think this is like a new direction that I want to go into. I'm really enjoying working this way. Pen and ink has always been my favorite way to draw and to create art, but I just felt like I couldn't just do this alone because people want color. Of course people want color. And so I felt like a lot of times I was going in a direction I thought I had to go into rather than what I truly really love doing. And this beginning of this year, I've came to a decision that I am going to start working in the pen and ink style, and I'm going to phase out a lot of my color illustrations, and that's including a lot of my fan pieces. I mean, I've been already like phasing those out, and now I'm just like going to sell the rest of the stock that I have. What I'm also doing is I'm phasing out some of the cuter things. I mean, not even some of the stuff. I think I'm just phasing all of it out, basically. I'm still gonna do some color. I still want to play with color, but I want to play with more like minimal palettes and maybe splashes of color. I don't want to, do the same thing I was doing. I want to do something different with it. And here's the thing. This is what I've really noticed. When I sit down to work on a digital color painting, I may enjoy the beginning of it, the concept part of it, the part where I'm creating the idea and starting the drawing and starting even the painting and the underlying colors. But then the middle part of it, I get to a point where I just stop enjoying it so much. It just becomes a grind. I'm just grinding. I'm just powering through it. I'm like trying to get through the painting to get it done as fast as possible just so I can get it out of the way. I'm just no longer inspired by it. And whenever I think, oh, I have to go work on that painting, I'm not thinking, oh my god, I can't wait to go work on that painting. I'm thinking, oh, okay, I gotta go finish that up. And I realized that, well, for the longest time, I actually thought that was normal. I thought that, oh, that's just the way it's supposed to be. Every artist goes through that. Like, you start a piece and now you just have to work through it. It just becomes a job. The result is what matters. But then when I work on my pen and ink illustrations, I feel differently. I feel excited all the way through. I enjoy the process. And while I'm working, I'm like in the zone. I'm really into it. And I'm present. And I'm loving just doing the detail work and the pen work. I love the process and I get excited about it. I look forward to working on that next pen and ink drawing. I look forward to it. And that, I feel, is how I should feel about all the art I do. And it's a shame that I have allowed myself to create art for such a long time without feeling that. So that is what I wanted to say, is that it's important to love what you're doing. And that is the realization that I'm finally coming to. I mean, I've always known that, but I couldn't quite put it together. And also I'm hoping, if you're listening out there and you're also feeling about your art that in that way, where you're like, oh, I just got to get through it, then, maybe it's time to reevaluate. Maybe what you're doing isn't working for you anymore, and you need to do what I did and do some soul searching and maybe experiment and see if there's something out there that is getting you super excited, that is getting you out of bed, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go work on this thing. I'm really gonna work on it. I'm really excited. I can't wait. So I'm gonna leave it on this note. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please hit subscribe. All my social media links are in the description of the video. Feel free to follow me anywhere. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.